Warwickshire wobble late to leave Notts on top. The Bears struggled to find their feet on day 2, Sam Hain scoring double his nearest colleague in an innings characterised by fightbacks. Hameed and Clarke then went on to score 50s, Notts in the driving seat. But Rhodes was once again the Warwickshire man to make the key breakthrough. Hameed's watchful innings brought to an end early, out for 53. Clarke followed for 56, Stone with another wicket to add to his collection in this match. But Lyndon James and Mullaney put a stop to the early Warwickshire joy. The pressure, though, was still on. They took the score past 150, James showing the qualities that had shone in their season-opening draw with Durham. The session wore on, and Notts continued to add to their lead. This pair unbeatable through to lunch, where they went in with the score 188 for 4, and their lead over the visitors now 260. James fell at the resumption, Stone popping up with his third to see the back of the young Notts upstart. Moore and Mullaney ensured Notts would pass 200, the veteran now with designs on a half-century, with Briggs blasted over the ropes not once, but twice in an over. But Briggs bit back. There was width on offer, but Mullaney could only find point. Out for 42. And then he had 2 in 2. Patterson-White bowled through the gate by the turn. An over later, Broad survived the hat-trick ball, but Moores couldn't prevent Briggs picking up 3 in 4. The ball found the stumps by way of an inside edge. Hannon Dalby followed it up in the next over. Broad's return just 1 off 2 deliveries. Nottinghamshire reached the early tea interval with the score 230 for 9. Chappell and Paterson took Notts to 250 after the break, the final wicket pairing helping their lead continue to grow. Briggs was back to bring their partnership to an end, a catch skied to Hannon Dalby, and Notts were all out for 260. The target for the Bears, 333 to win. Hameed and Clarke got Notts off to a good start, but from there, the innings never really got going. Stone finished with 3, but it was the spin of Danny Briggs that made the difference. He finished with 4 for 68. The opening partnership couldn't avoid the same damaging start that plagued their first innings. Stuart Broad, enjoying a productive few days back at Trent Bridge, removed Yates, LBW for 2. Vihari followed a while later, but with little added to the score, off stump upended, out for 8. Rhodes and Hain made sure that Warwickshire would at least reach 50 before the day was at an end. Their stand was worth 50 with shadows stretching across the outfield, but that's as far as the pair would get. Patterson-White struck to remove Rhodes, the Bears' batsman one telling blow away from a 50. That wicket signalled the close of play. The score was 85 for 3, some hard work put in by the Bears, but the late wicket, a real kick in the teeth. They still needed 248 to win.